it never turns the video on right away. I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I was talking to Louis Capaldi a couple of days ago, and he was like, "Am I talking to God?" And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't see you." I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta turn it on."
The Lord, I hear.
Oh, why God is a woman? Hello, it's me.
Oh, I knew it.
Hey Ash, how's it going?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good. Okay, real fast before we get into this, are you at your house?
Just my house.
Your aesthetic is amazing.
I love the kiss first. Thank you.
Cool.
I'm a Taurus,
Okay.
and I'm a big nester. So as soon as I moved into this place, I bought yellow paint, and then I don't know if you can I got this green
I
paint,
love that green.
and I had to make it cozy. And you know what? How much had the universe had my back in the fact that like I didn't know at the time when I was making this house really cozy that I would be in it for 5 months straight in quarantine.
Right. Well, I was super lucky, and I bought my first house the week before the quarantine hit. So
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. I just have no design whatsoever. So I'm looking around at your place, and I'm like, okay, green walls. I like the green. I like the carpet. Okay, cool. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? A good rug. Etsy's got some good rug options for you.
Yeah.
I've got some orange velvet curtains. Those are a fun touch.
Shut up.
Don't be afraid to go bold.
I'm so bad with color. The only thing I've done so far is paint my bedroom, one wall black. And I was like, oh, I'm brave. And that was it.
Black is brave. I love that. That's
And
so good.
everything else, white. I can't do it. I can't commit. I'm so bad at it. All right. So I truly believe that the quickest way to get to know somebody, like genuinely know them, is to see the background of their phone. So I don't know if you're on your phone right now, and if you are, that's totally cool. Can you just like either show or describe, get away the notifications?
Okay, this is going to say a lot about me. Well, okay.
Yeah, I love it. It goes with your house.
And I'm playing my own song.
Oh, that is perfect, because my other question was genuinely curious, when you're in the shower, do you sing your own music or do you sing other people's music?
I sing my own music if it's a song that hasn't come out yet, because it's like there's always that like love affair. It's like the honeymoon phase of a song when you've just written it or you're really excited about it, but once it's out, you're like in the we've been married for a few years phase, so you don't sing your own songs anymore. But usually I'm singing other people's songs.
Yeah, like how many times do you think you've actually sang Moral of the Story?
I mean, an inordinate amount. Because I went on my first headline tour last fall, and that was 37 shows or something like that. So at least the beginning was at least 37 times. And then Moral of the Story didn't really have its moment or pop off till February of this year.
Yep.
So, I mean, I've played it probably well over 150 times.
At least, minimum.
At least.
Yeah. I was going to say, because whenever I talk to like musicians, I'm always like, well, I sing your songs in the shower. So I want to know, do we get our full, like, you're just living your best moment, like you're in front of 100,000 people, or just like, I'm over it, I've done it?
You know, I think I'm definitely one of the lucky artists in that, you know, I wrote a song that I don't know, I genuinely love Moral of the Story, and it's so personal, and it's so like unique to me. Like I don't know how many other artists could have sang it, so it feels very like if I have to sing one song for the rest of my career, which is probably going to be this one because it's the one that's making me relevant. I'm glad it's this song. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's so nice to hear, because if people don't know, Moral of the Story is about your divorce, which I can't even imagine what it must be like. The vulnerability of sitting down and writing a song that's genuinely one of the most personal songs I've heard in a really, really long time. I'm so curious. Does that make you nervous to share that with the world? Was it liberating? What's that mindset?
That's so nice of you to say.
It's true. I genuinely mean it. Genuinely, not bullshitting.
You don't strike me as a bullshitter. I like that.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's always depending on my mood that day, I feel like.
Okay.
When I wrote the song, I wasn't thinking about putting it out at all. I didn't think about like the repercussions of putting out a record about your personal life. As I swing back and forth in my chair, I really did not, I didn't think about it. And when I wrote it, it was very therapeutic and liberating. And, I think I tend to err on the side of it. It's liberating. Once in a while, it's very like, whew, and I've said it before and I'll say it a million times more, but it's very much like getting naked on camera and just like hoping people like your stretch marks,
Right.
and that maybe your tits aren't as perky as people thought they were going to be, sorry, top 40 radio.
No, it's good. I was like, don't tell them all of our secrets. Like, some of this stuff guys don't need to know. Yes, I do have
Spanx on.
I have 2 bras on right now just to pull them back up. Like, I get it.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my God, I love that.
It's like a Pillsbury Dole roll down here. We've got the Spanx, you've got the bras, the camisoles, the biker shorts, then the dress. Everybody's like, oh, a cute dress? No, 10 layers. 10 layers.
Yeah, it is all sweat underneath these layers, baby.
Ooh, if boys only knew at the end of the night when we came home from the bar and they're like, sexy time, we're like, I gotta go run the bathroom. We gotta de-strip a couple of layers.
I have no idea if you'll use this part of the interview, but yes, this is the most secure I've ever felt with another woman. You get me.
Oh, come on. There's nothing better than a guy who's like, yes, and you're like, let me take my purse with me to the bathroom, stuff it in the bottom.
Let me just freshen up. And by freshen up, I mean change everything.
Everything. And hope that we go fast enough that it still stays in place.
Yeah. Turn the lights out. Oh, no.
Quick, draw the blinds. Turn it out. Actually, close your eyes. Close them.
Maybe he has like a shaving eraser in his bathroom and you're like, you know what? I'll just quickly.
Just a little touch up.
5 more minutes. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I'm not professional, in case you've wondered. All right, what are you drinking?
Iced coffee.
Hello, excuse me, ma'am. Yes, please.
Hello. What time is it in Toledo?
Noon.
Oh, it's noon. Okay, so you're not far off.
Where are you?
It's like 9 here.
Yeah, a good little lunch pick me up.
Ooh, you're a straight black iced coffee gal.
Yes. You?
I like that. I always add a little bit of coconut milk or almond milk, like a dash.
You a fancy lady.
I'm kind of fancy.
It's a woman of fine taste.
I had a music video shoot, I think a weekend ago or something, and they were like, what would you like from Starbucks? And I was like, oh, you. And I was like, okay, let's see how diva I can get about this coffee drink. I was like, I will take a triple shot, coconut milk, make it like a lower temperature so it don't burn my mouth. Poor guys.
I am the star today. It's not often that we get to play the star. So when people play it, all of the things.
In the makeup chair, just getting like dolled up, and I'm just like, ooh, thank you.
Where you're feeling, I am a queen who deserves this, but every other day you're just sitting in an oversized sweatshirt with yesterday's makeup on, pretending like this is a normal day-to-day life.
I just want everyone to know the truth. And you are my pastor and my preacher right now.
Oh, God.
You are
my church.
Welcome to our church.
It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. We're not Scientology. I'm not gonna take your money. We're just gonna vent.
No, we're just gonna talk about how we got to run to the bathroom first to strip our Spanx before anyone knows that they were there at all.
Oh, it's just a whisper of it. Okay,
is this the interview you planned on having?
No, but I
Okay.
love it.
Okay, good.
Every once in a while you start an interview and people are like, and this is my song, and this is how I wrote it, and this was the process. And you're like, okay, thank you for the information. I'm more of a let's talk.
I love that. It's so much better. It's so much better.
How many times can you answer the same 10 questions over and over again?
Honey. Oh man. Sometimes people, I have found I've been more surprised than not at how creative like interviewers can get.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel grateful for that because I think I've expected the same
Yeah.
question and I'm like, got it ready, just like, ready to answer the same thing. But no, this is definitely refreshing. I love you already.
Yes. Thank you. It's what I strive for. All right. Well, just to keep it super random then, what kind of music do you listen to that people wouldn't expect from you?
I don't know. I feel like I'm so predictable.
Oh, so you basic.
So you're that basic. I feel like, yeah, I feel like every artist wants to be like mysterious, but I'm just like probably listening to the Beach Boys or Carole King or just like some old school Laurel Canyon hits.
I'm shocked. You like the Beach Boys? I've never heard that before.
How many times have I said that in an interview? Just 4 million times.
We all have our favorites.
I do. What I find is this is real vulnerable talk right here.
Okay, I'm listening.
The things I don't like to say out loud, but is important because I think it's human. I am far more competitive with my peers, of course. Like if I'm listening to music on today's top hits, while I'm rooting for everyone and I want all of us, I think there's space for us all to win.
Yeah.
At the same time, when you hear a great song that was just released, you're like, why didn't I write that? You're like, that could have been my hit, or like.
Well, that has to be hard for you because you talk about your friends, but your friends, you say it so casually, right? Like, these are just the people in my life. But for all of us outsiders, we're like, this isn't normal. Your friends we all know your friends. You're friends with what, Phineas and Billy and now Horn you work with and stuff like that. You don't have normal friends. I refuse to acknowledge that celebrities and musicians are normal people.
Well, you just had an interview with Louis Capaldi, and I feel like he's the most normal
Blown
human.
away. We broke his jacket. We tried pickup lines with armpits. Very normal.
What a good interview.
He showed me his armpits. I was turned on. Not gonna lie. It was like he's connected.
He's like low-key sexy.
He is.
I know.
But I can't even call it low-key anymore because now the common girls are getting hyped to him and I'm a little bit mad. I was like, you're late to this train.
Yeah, I've been here for years. I literally opened for him 2 years ago. And it was like a 2-week stint of I think it was his first headline tour in the US. We were doing like 250, 500 rooms. And I had just filed for divorce and I was like single as a Pringle. And I was like, he's kind of fine. We didn't hang out. He wasn't into me. But I will never let him live it down.
Yeah. Do you think he's going back like, I didn't even see it. I missed it. Big regrets.
You better be, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, ma'am. You are a queen. Own it. But also you, because it means I have a shot. Not that I'll ever meet him or anything like that. But in my mind, we're getting married.
In my mind, we are already engaged.
Exactly.
Yes. Live your best life.
Yeah, right? Just any kind of love would be nice at this point. Do you have any fun stories from being on tour with them? Anything like crazy that happened?
With Louis?
Yeah.
No. It was a short, he was just hilarious. He kept me laughing the whole time. I do remember we played the Troubadour and he had sold out like 2 nights at the Troubadour. And I remember walking in, and I think it was the second time I had played the Troubadour as an opening act. And I was like, man, Lewis, like, look at this room. Like, look at all the amazing people that have come through this room, and was talking about the legacy because I'm a nerd. And he was like, yeah, and think about all the shit artists that have played this room.
Yes.
And I was like, thank you for that perspective. You're so right.
I was on a high and you brought it right down. But I'm so glad you brought up the Troubadour. Now, we're out here, we're in the Midwest. I almost said East Coast. Ohio is not the East Coast by any means. We're in the Midwest. For people who don't know, the Troubadour, legendary venue. If you saw Rocket Man that just came out, they played at the Troubadour, and it was an homage to Elton John coming over to the U.S. Like, iconic place. I have to ask you the nerdiest question, and I don't know if I'm looking too far into this, but you're set with the teacups and then your music video and all this. I'm getting like really strong, and I might have missed you already talking about this. If I did, I'm sorry. Alice in Wonderland vibes, am I looking too into it? Is that what we were going for?
No, not at all. I just wanted it to be like a sketchy living room vibe, like very because my first EP that I put out was called The Rabbit Hole.
Right.
And so I feel like on the first tour, my first headline tour, as like an paying homage to that EP, I wanted to, definitely be a little Alice in Wonderland-y. I'm excited for the next tour. Like, production's going to be very different this round, and I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm excited.
I was going to say, do you have like ideas or things that you want to do? You want to give us
I have ideas.
Tell me.
But I don't know yet. I mean, I think it's going to really depend on how the album shapes up. We're still in like sculpting away at the album and seeing like how it's revealing itself. So I think the tour and all of it's going to be really like informed by the whole picture of the album. But I'll let you know when I know.
I swear, if you don't give me the sneak peek first, I will be so mad at you.
I swear to God.
Oh, God. Because no lie, not to toot my own horn, but the first time I heard you, I came into the radio station and I grabbed my boss and I was like, sit down and listen to this. So if you don't give me, yes, I was like, this is the next one. This is it.
This is the one. I love that. Thank you. And you guys just added I think you just added moral of the story. So thank you so much.
I was going to say, we have some things in the work with you. We're going to hear a lot more of you very, very soon.
Really?
Yes, I'm very excited. I literally have been like stamping my feet every day or every week. I run into, we have music meetings every week for people who are watching this to see like what we'll play on the station. And I was like, we have to get her on. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Yes. Well, thank you for championing me. That means the world.
But it's great music. Like not to blow your own horn. Not because, we're
go right ahead.
Best friends, obviously. I'm going to put that label on it. You can't take it away. I put it out in the world. I manifested it to be. But no, yeah, I think genuinely, and I don't want to say we're lacking in it completely because I don't think that's fair to other artists. It's definitely out there. But your music is very relatable and real. And I feel like probably guys too, but women in general can really relate to the whole, I didn't care about myself. It's time to care about me. It's time to put me first. It's a reminder that we all need.
Oh, that's so good. I didn't care about myself. It's time to care about myself. That's so good.
That's what I get from you. Like the way that you talk about like growing, and it's okay to make those mistakes, obviously, and learn from and all that. I feel like a lot of time women put way too much pressure on themselves to be perfect all the time, right? Spanx, right?
Literally about our conversation on a deeper level. Why do we feel the need to put Spanx on? And why do we also feel the need to run to the bathroom first, take it off? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, that is just, it would take a lot of muscle work. And I don't need a guy feeling demasculine because he couldn't get him off. Because, it's tight.
It does take a lot of effort. I will say that. I wore him for the last music video shoot. And I was like, don't drink water for an hour because I am not going to the bathroom. It'll take me an hour just to get,
And they put the pee hole in there, which is a joke. It's a joke. Like, I want to know what woman has ever been like, I'm leaving these on to pee. No. Disgusting.
You have to take it all the way off.
All the way. Get sweaty, pull it down. Get red in the face, pull them back up.
Which means taking off every other item of clothing in the bathroom stall.
Well, what's worse,
Real, so real.
is that worse, or is wearing a romper in the summer and having to get naked in a public stall to pee worse?
Like at Coachella or something. Whoa.
I just think of those girls in the porta potty, and I'm like, honey, his service.
Rompers are so cute too, and they can be really flattering, but they're the least convenient outfit.
Yes. I hate whoever invented them, because I also look like the Michelin tire man in them. So glad you laughed. I could have gone one of two ways.
Everyone looks like the Michelin tire man. In a
like, wait, my hip is there?
White romper?
Yes. Because when I picture myself, my hip is in there, not there.
You're just like, this is my natural figure.
Exactly. So when you're working with all these other people, is it stressful writing for other people? Do you prefer it? Or are you like, these are my babies, they're mine? Or is it easier to give them away?
Ooh. See, good question. I haven't gotten this one. Maybe ever. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on the song, you know? Yeah. Like the Demi Lovato cut I have is such a it was personal. Like we started writing it from a personal place, but also like it was so clear as we were writing the song that it was not for me. I think it's way harder to write a song with the intention of it being for me and then giving it away. I don't think I could do that. But if I went into a session going, this is for you, then you're writing from a completely different like mindset, heart space. So yeah, it just depends.
So have you still been writing through the quarantine? Or are you like, mental health like need to be done so?
I've been doing some Zoom sessions. I mean, I'm finishing my first album right now. So
yeah, queen.
Come on. Ready for it. I feel like I'm much more focused on finishing the album, and you know, I love writing for other artists as well, but right now the focus is definitely on my own music, and which is awesome. That's such a fun place to be in. Like I get to focus on me. That's great.
Yes.
How much more fun is that?
Yes.
And yeah, so I mean that's where the real focus has been. And then like I started doing Zoom sessions when quarantine began. And then my executive producer and we've done some like social distance outdoor writing sessions, which are kind of interesting, but actually we've kind of pulled off.
Nice.
I think we're getting into a new era of this quarantine where people have learned, or you go get a COVID test, the day before, if you want to just be like, I want to lick your coffee cup,
I'm glad you finished with coffee cup. Could have gone a lot of places. I was like, microphone?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about
Immediately, I was like, I hope it's microphone. I really hope it's that.
Please say coffee cup. I was not even thinking, oh my gosh.
Wow. I ruined you. I'm sorry. I take blame.
I'm wholesome.
You were wholesome.
I was.
And then you joined my church.
I've been drinking your Kool-Aid this entire interview.
I feel like we need to end the interview at the end of this with like, praise be under his eye.
Blessed be the fruit.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. So you have more of the story out, right? How does Nowhorn get involved in this? Did you know him already? Did he hear it and then slide into your DMs? What was that like?
I wish it was as glamorous as that story, because it's way sexier to have Nowhorn slide into your DMs. I'd be like, hey there, handsome. No, not at all. I have a really good friend who works at his label, and she's always been a champion of mine. She worked as my like point person at my publishing company.
Okay.
And then she left us and became vice president of A&R at Niall's label. And her first action at the label was calling Niall's team up and being like, we got to get Niall on this record. And literally within maybe a day or two of that, Niall and I were on a FaceTime. And just it was like an immediate, like, oh, we're going to be friends forever.
Oh,
But
how cool is that feeling?
so down to earth. It's such a good feeling because you don't know. He's so famous. He's so famous. And sometimes famous people suck.
What?
What?
Shocked.
Oh, curtain peeled back.
Shock and awe.
Shock and all over my face.
Right.
No. Yeah, I mean, you just never know what to expect. And he just happened to be really, really, and of course I should have known because I knew how close Lewis Capaldi and him were.
Yeah.
And I already had opened for Lewis, and so I knew Lewis's personality. So I was like, I don't think Lewis would be such good friends with Niall if Niall wasn't cool. And so sure enough, Niall was just like such a vibe, and we got on so well. And yeah, I mean, in a couple weeks, I had a vocal from him, and I still was nervous. I was like, ooh, I really hope this doesn't stink. I really hope this is good. Because I knew he was a great singer, but you just don't know. I had already felt so much like this is so my baby, and so how can someone else sing this record?
And get it.
You know?
Yeah,
and really get it. And sure enough, I mean, he's gone through all kinds of heartbreak. His album that he just put out is called Heartbreak Weather. He's a literal heartbreak god.
Yes, he is.
So, it made sense that he sung on it, and he just happened to absolutely nail it. We were all blown away, and I was like, I'm the luckiest person in the world.
Oh, how cool.
I felt, and I am. Not just I don't feel the luckiest, I feel I am the luckiest person in the world. Yeah.
But that's a lot of hard work, too. Luck is not fair. I hate when people just say I'm lucky. Because you got talent, and I know you're working hard, because if you're signing and you're putting this stuff out and doing all this, it's not like it's being handed to you. You're earning this. Like, everything is to your credit, and that's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm here for that.
I definitely work my ass off for sure. And just like I take a lot of actions around my music to make sure. I just feel like it's great music that deserves to be fought for. But yeah, I've always just believed that, as long as you don't quit and you just keep kind of working your ass off, something will happen. And yeah, but then there's that percentage of like, I know some of the hardest working people in the game that are the most talented that just need that moment, or moral of the story, picked up by that movie To All the Boys I Loved. Who knows if we never got that movie sync and that movie never came out, then I might have never been on this radio interview with you right now. So my song wouldn't maybe be playing in Toledo, Ohio.
I would have made it play. I would have done that for you.
You're like, I would have been your moral of the story movie sync.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been me. All right. Actually, in just a second here, will you perform it for us?
Mm-hmm.
Please. But before that, I do have one more question, because I am super curious. Connections are always interesting and weird to see how people fall in the hands of other people. How did you get close with Phineas and Billy then?
I'm moving you over here because this were my piano.
Okay. I just thought you were trying to do a fit of the day look, and I was like, oh, okay.
I wanted to be like,
Yes.
Let me turn this light off. I think it'll help. Phineas, Billy, and I are all on the same management company.
Okay.
Management team. So I want to say it's 4 years ago now. Finn and I were thrown in a writing session, and he was not important yet.
Okay.
He was important as a human being.
There you go.
And worth, but relevance in the music industry. He had not done what he had done yet. So I was just like, thrown in a session and we were writing together, and we totally just like, fell in love, and it was such a good connection out the gate. And so yeah, I mean, it was pretty quickly we became really good friends. And Billy and I like are friends, but Phineas is my babe.
I love that. I really love that.
We Billy and I slide into each other's DMs, but Finn and I get coffee once a month.
I got you. I feel you. I feel you. All right. Are we going to hear moral of the story from you? Is that what we're hearing? Or
I would love to play moral of the story for you.
Yes, please.
Let's see where my voice is at this moment. Okay, it's all right.
Oh, first of all, that was it. That was it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm done. Good night. Thank you so much.
Goodbye. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
I'll give you a little bit more than that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's see where we're at. So I never really knew you, but I really tried to. Blindsided, addicted. Thought we could really do this, but really I was foolish. Hindsight is obvious. Talking with my lawyer, she said, "Where'd you find this guy?" I said, "Young people fall in love with the wrong people sometimes. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay. You can think that you're in love when you're really just in pain. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay. In the end, it's better for me. That's the moral of the story, babe." You say it's better to have loved than lost, than never to have loved at all. I could be a load of shit, but I just need to tell you all. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay. You can think that you're in love when you're really just engaged. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay. In the end, it's better for me. That's the moral of the story. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay. Some mistakes get made, that's alright, that's okay.
Incredible! Absolutely incredible!
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I was nervous because I haven't warmed up today, which literally, like, I've done interviews at 9 a.m. so many times, knowing I'm gonna play moral of the story, and sure enough, I've never once warmed up. Like, is this my job or what? But I was nervous about hitting that second high note, so instead I was just gonna be like, yeah, instead.
Incredible. Honestly, I know this was an interview for everybody else. That was a private performance for me in my mind. That was just
for you.
End game. Incredible. I literally could talk to you all day. I love you so much. This has been absolutely fantastic. What can we expect next from you? I know you said album. Is that late 2020, early 2021?
I don't know yet. he would love to tell you, but I don't know. I think I just have to figure out if I'm done writing yet. I'm so in love with writing right now, and I'm not ready to close the chapter on this album. So I probably have a few more songs in me for the album before it's done. But we just released the very first single.
It's bomb. I am literally obsessed with it. Also, the pic that you did for it in like is it an aquarium? I don't know. The water pic. I was like, oh, okay. All right, legendary. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like straight up a fish tank, but we wanted it to be more glamorous than a fish tank.
It was like a sexy fish tank.
I'm a sexy fish.
You are an ethereal mermaid queen.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so we just released that first single. It's called Save Myself, as you seem to know.
Oh yeah, sorry. Did I not say it?
No, you were just like fangirling, and I love it.
Sorry. I told you I wasn't
favorite.
professional. I told you.
I love it. I think that it's a really special record, and I definitely, when we wrote it and like I was driving home that day, I was like, this feels moral of the story special. And I don't get that. And not every song is going to be like that. And that's okay. But this one did feel so special. And so, yeah, we're sort of in Save Myself land, and also moral of the story land, because we're on Top 40 radio, baby.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
You're here. So yeah, but the next single is approaching, and I'm so excited about it. I'm just so excited about all the things.
You should be excited. You have a huge career ahead of you. I know it. I feel it. I am so excited. You may have just came to Top 40, but lady, you are here to stay. I swear. I am so thrilled to have another powerhouse here, and it's you.
Oh,
it is you.
Shit.
Here, I'll wake you up every morning. I'll call you and just be like, legendary queen you are. All right, enjoy your day. Goodbye.
I could really use you. Just slide into my DMs all day. That's better than Niall Horan. I'm just looking for your DM.
You know what? I deleted all my social media about 2 months ago. Not deleted, just the apps to take a break because quarantine hit me hard. I'll re-download it and I'll slide into those DMs. Like, don't
oh my God. Well, mental health first. Mental health first. But if you find yourself back on Instagram, you come and find me, baby.
I'll just be like, hey, I'm Spanx Girl.
Hey, you might not remember my name, but you'll remember our conversation. Exactly. Spanx.
Exactly. Thank you so much for giving me so much of your time today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. I could talk to you forever too, so this was lovely.
Good. I'm so glad because I definitely went over on my time and I feel bad.
No one cares. I love it. I rather talk for hours and have like a good time than like have a short 5-minute interview that's just like
and this and this and this.
You're lovely, and thank you so much for giving me so much of your time.
Thanks. And when the world goes back to normal and you start touring and you come to this area, the Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus, whatever, I'll be there.
Oh, okay, good. I'll hold you to it.
And I'll bring my listeners with me. I'll bring a whole group.
You tell them. Okay.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, babe.
Bye.